Hello beautiful souls, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am your host Anu, and today's pick a card reading is all about a sort of a reality check and a universal check. So how do people see you versus how you see yourself? Again, feel free to choose multiple options, as many as you like. I have not looked at these cards, so we'll reveal them towards the end, but go ahead, use your intuition to pick pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, or pile 4, and I will see you right at your selection. Hi pile 1, this is for those of you who chose the first card or the first option. We're going to reveal this towards the very end, but if you missed the intro, this reading is about how do people see you versus how you see yourself. And the reason we want to do is to see where are our blind spots, plus also where do we undermine ourselves. So we'll look at what people's perceptions are, how they see you, what your impact is on them versus how you see yourself, and then some messages from spirit. Okay, so let's get right into it. We are gonna save this card over here towards the side, and we'll look at it at the end. This could be a message, or it could be just overall what spirit wants to share with you. So let's go ahead and get started, my beautiful pile 1. Thank you for being here. Thank you for lending your beautiful energy to the channel. I appreciate that a lot. It is a sort of an energy exchange, in my opinion. So cards are giving a hard time to shuffle, which means there are probably some stuck energies. So let's reset and let's get started to see, what do people see about you? How do people perceive you? Spirit, for my beautiful pile 1s, how do people see them? We have the Hermit. We have the 8 of Cups. We have the 7 of Pentacles. Beautiful energy. And then I'm going to take 2 from the bottom of the deck, kind of indicating what they see happening behind the surface. Okay, there is a 7 of Wands, so you have 2 7s at the table, and you have the Fool, major arcana. So you have 2 major arcanas, you have 2 7s, and you have an 8. At a very first glance, the way people see you is, it's almost they see a rebirth in you. That's what I'm getting from these cards. And sidebar, if you see repeating numbers, they don't have to be 7 7s, but any repeating numbers, then you're very close to your spirit team. They're always giving you messages. Go watch my repeating numbers reading, and perhaps there's a message for you there. But 7s talk about spiritual alignment, okay? And we have 2 7s here. We also have a very spiritual card, which is the Hermit. And then we have walking away from things that don't resonate with us anymore, and really leaving it all behind to start a new beginning. So when people look at you, or the people who know you, they know how much effort you've put into life and how courageous you've been in walking away from things that normally people would not. Okay, this is a very, very courageous energy to me as a reader. 8 of Cups is where things look pretty good on the surface. This is almost like a that portrait picture perfect personification that we can think of. This can be like a marriage, or we have our white picket fence, and children, and a marriage, and 2 cars, and houses and whatnot, which on the surface looks very good, but you may be somebody who's walked away. And that's just an example. It could be career. It could be somebody who is in a very high profile job and really made a name for themselves, or really successful, that at the end of the day, when they had the self-reflection, they walked away towards their inner peace, right? So whatever the case may be, people see that in you, that you have a sort of courage that normal people, they do. So it's not, you've faced your fears. That's what they see. You spend significant time aligning, again, the 7s with your spirituality. You've spent some time alone. You do prefer to engage only in very inspiring, intellectually stimulating engagements with people, okay? Not just like being out there and socializing just for the sake of it, or even if you did that, again, no judgment here. We all have those phases of our lives. You no longer do that, and you've almost prioritized your inner peace over everything else. You walked away from things that normally people would not, or they would hesitate because that's the familiar, that's the known. And leaving all that behind, continuing to trust that your efforts will pay off. You are somebody who sparks joy and kind of inspire people to have that faith, to take that leap of faith. Okay, so they also see you as a spiritual person. This is coming through very strongly. So let's see what else. We're going to use the archetype oracle as well. Let's see what else. How else do they see you? But definitely they've seen you have, even if you don't feel it, again, this is the part how people see you, that you've mastered the art of looking the other way from all the opposing factors. Okay, you are trying and really succeeding at maintaining your peace bubble, or your peace is top priority for you at this point. And if anything costs you your peace, you'll walk away from it and rather commit to yourself and carve your own path. I mean, that's the storyline I see over here. See what we have. We have the engineer in a reverse. This is very funny because when I was sharing that part over here about being in a profession and making a name for yourself, or even it could be a title, or just like a very good living off of a profession and walking away, this is what was going through my mind, was the engineer. And you know, this is really somebody who knows all the ins and out, and coming out in reverse is like you took a step back from all the nitty-gritty details, from the formula, from the structure, from, you know, what the matrix teaches us. This in the reverse is, to me, like somebody who's actually walked away from it all and said, like, what is the point of it? That's where the hermit is coming in. And they see you as somebody who is, look at the saboteur. The light attribute is highlights your fear of self-empowerment and changes it would bring to your life. But this almost, I feel like you've already done that. This is where a lot of people would hesitate and hold themselves back, but this is what you have mastered. You have overcome challenges, and people have seen that you've turned the other way, looked away from drama, looked away from false expectations and programming, and walked on your new path. Wow. Ooh, wow, I love this. I love this. So let's see, what is your impact on people's lives? Okay, what impact do you have on people? And then we're going to look into your own view. So this is, again, just to bring light to, you know, your presence. What impact do you have on people? We have the Spirit Fox, beautiful. Trust your talents in changing times. So this, again, coming right underneath the Eight of Cups is really beautiful. I'm only going to take like one major energy from this deck. But this is really the fox spirit, or the fox animal spirit, really talks about flexibility, adaptability, being quick on your feet, and changing directions. This is constantly changing direction. It says, trust your talents in changing times. What you bring to the people, you show people that it is possible to survive in the mad jungle, or to survive in the mad concrete jungle. Okay, the fox can survive in the wild. It can also survive in the cities. You know, you see them out in downtowns and in some places. It's amazing. They have amazing surviving skills, amazing navigation, very quick. They're very intelligent, right? So that's what you add. That's the impact you have on people. They look at you and they go like, look at this person. If they can do it, so can we. So you bring that inspiration to people to be flexible, and at any point in our lives to be able to pivot. That's what the fox energy represents, and that's who you are. That's what you mean to people in your life, even if they don't say it, and even if you don't see it that way. Okay, all right, so let's see how you see yourself. Let's see how you see yourself. What are your own perceptions? How do you see yourself? The Wheel of Fortune, there you go. Have ended major big chapters. Okay, the first one. The King of Pentacles, I love this. Let's see if we can get everything on screen this way. And the Five of Cups. So, okay, yes, there is that walking away and having a little bit of a feeling of missing things or a little bit of sadness and what lies beneath, we have the Two of Pentacles and we have the Hangman. There's a spiritual enlightenment again. So what I'm seeing here again, your own perception, we'll start right here at the middle. Again, look at the gray. The gray, the serenity on this person's face. This is, and again, it is not gender specific, but with the king showing up, this is your essence, okay? This is who you are. You've taken the reins of your life. This is the divine masculine in you showing up, where, you know, the masculine really, divine masculine really talks about when we take action, when we charge ahead and we build our life the way we want to. That's what your essence is, but with so much calm and serenity to you, that you worked hard. Now you're at the place that you want to enjoy the fruits of your labor, but most of all, enjoy your peace. Okay, the King of Pentacles has a lot of abundance, or at least have exactly what they need in life and are very content. They have built, like, they have a lot of knowledge. If you look at the books and libraries, you may be somebody who's very well read and you enjoy absorbing a lot of knowledge. Again, with the engineer in reverse, you know, breaking the matrix and breaking the common philosophies and learning new things and just being very open and taking a leap of faith. You see yourself as somebody very stable, but also on top of your life, right? Now, I want to talk about the positives first. Again, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which definitely, again, two major arcana is here. Talks about endings and beginnings. So you have come through, this is almost, if you're watching this pile, you're probably somebody who feels like you've had a second shot at life. And I don't say that lightly. So this is the karmic wheel. You have ended some major difficult cycles in your life and you're starting anew. Some of you may be a little bit ahead, some of maybe just starting out, or some of you maybe just ending those difficult chapters, because we did see the Eight of Cups over here. So you do understand what goes around comes around, and you see yourself as playing an active role in it, but also understanding at times things may not move in the exact earth schedule that we think of, right? So you see yourself as somebody who has endurance, who believes, I think you definitely believe in creating positive karma for ourselves. So not only us, but our generations and generations can reap the benefits, but also clearing, this helps us clear our ancestral karma as well. So that's that stability, that serenity, that changing of cycles, and taking a very different perspective in life is very important to you. You have learned the art of hanging back, literally taking a different perspective and following your intuition, challenging status quo. You're not afraid to challenge the status quo, but you won't do it in an aggressive manner. That's very clear here. We don't see any swords type energies here. This is the King of Pentacles, very commanding, very respectful, but also commands a lot of respect without ruffling any feathers, right? Because you have so much wisdom in you. Now, with the Two of Pentacles, you do sometimes see yourself as struggling, okay? And by struggling, I mean trying to balance it all out, trying to have it all, trying to, and it's not about you having it all. It's about providing for the people, or let's say if you have dependents or expectations from family or friends, doing that versus also doing things that bring you peace and happiness. Okay, so that's a balance you're still figuring out, and you see yourself sometimes as if you struggle and you haven't mastered it. So there may be a little self-doubts over there. And then of course, you do sometimes do reminisce the past, right? Things that you walked away from. There is some residual impact of that in your energy, where you do look back at times and say, was that the right move or not? But then you very quickly snap out of it because it's a 5, okay? It's a very small number, and this talks about change and progression. So that's where you're at. So stay in this energy. This is really, really beautiful. So let's see what your higher self or spirit or any higher power that you believe in want to tell you. What advice do they have for you? I feel like, before I go any further, there is a, if you looked at what people, how they see you, and how you see you, yes, of course, there is a lot of stability and focus on what you want to create and taking a different perspective and ending cycles. But if you look at the impact and the image, people around you actually look up to you more than you look up to yourself. Okay, so there's some little bit of self-doubt and a little bit of self-criticism there, but you're not that far off, which is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, so let's see what is the advice from Spirit for your higher self or divine power. We'll get 2 of these. That's the one I need. Okay. Okay. Wow. Oh, this is the same way. Okay. Say no. And the second one is admit your vulnerabilities. This is so beautiful. Right as I was thinking about the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to put it right next to it. This is very, very important because areas where you feel a little torn, where you're doing things out of obligation, this is Spirit telling you, say no. Things that don't resonate with you. You've done such big things, you know, like you've moved out and left so many things behind. The mundane stuff should be not top of mind or not a difficult thing for you to do at all. Like, see how I'm struggling to articulate, because that's how your energy comes off. You struggle to say no. And Spirit really wants you to say, preserve your energy. This is a big cycle that you're closing out. You do need to rest. You do need to, you know, just take a break as well. So say no to things that don't resonate with you and admit your vulnerabilities. I mean, you are human, you know, you're a beautiful soul, but you're here on earth in 3D, which does not come easy. Okay. So admit that to yourself, that you can't be everywhere all the time. You can't do everything all the time. You can't be there for everyone all the time. You have to say no, and you have to admit that you also have limitations and boundaries. Okay. Don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. And let's see what you should focus on. Let's see what energy or what aspect you should focus on. Ooh, this is a spiritual pile. I'm telling you, you have illumination. This is exactly the Hangman energy. This is the Hermit energy. This is the Fool energy. So carve your own path. Trust your instincts. Trust the messages that you're getting from the divine. Your path is being illuminated and maybe different than others. And I think you already know that. You already see that within yourself. It is going to be different. But there is a lot of bright beginnings coming your way. With this card, I get the sense of, you know, this like the, you know, the dawn, breaking of the dawn. It's like things are going to come to light. Just stay true to your path, but also make sure that you don't overextend yourself in taking care of others around you. All right, so let's go back to look at this card. What we have, oh my gosh. What I say, your path is going to get illuminated. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Oh my God, do you see how this person is like, there's a beautiful path here and the gateway over here. This is to me like the spiritual gateway. Like, keep on walking, follow your illumination. You're gonna find the portal to get to the other side, okay? And the other side means ending of the struggles and getting into a life path where things just flow. They just flow. There is so much calmness, peace, and serenity coming your way. But you gotta admit, it is a big change. So honor that, give yourself time, and really learn to say no. So those are the messages I have for you. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. If you need a personal reading, the information is in the description box. I would appreciate if you liked, subscribe, and share as an energy exchange. And I wish you much love and light. I'll see you next time. Hi Pile 2, this is for those of you who chose option number 2. We're going to look at this card at the very end, but just to, if you skip the intro, this reading is about how people see you versus how you see yourself. And the part of it we're going to cover how they see you, what impact do you have in them, and then your perceptions, and then messages from spirit, your higher self, and also they're just talking about next steps and what to do. Okay, so let's get right into it. We are going to save this for the very end because this is the Lightworker Oracle, so I want to keep it and see what messages come out. I have also not looked at it, okay? So this is going to be fun. All right, pile 2. Let's see what we have. How do people see pile 2? Spirit, source, all that is divine. Help us see, how do people see pile 2? So we'll do 3 cards. We have the Hanged Man, the Knight of Cups, the Fool. Wow, some repeating cards here. So not sure if you saw pile 1, but the story is very different. And let me take 2 from the bottom to see what, there we go, what lies beneath. Wow, look at that. Okay, so right off the bat, people actually, so the Knight of Cups over here is really calling my attention. And what I really like is, like, people see you as a very lovely person, okay? You have a very fresh, positive energy about you. You're very compassionate. You're also very free. The term I'm getting is very free. And again, this is at this point. Some of the people may have seen you through a journey, which I'm going to talk about, but like, if you meet somebody new, this is how they see you. Like, let's say you join a yoga class and you go there and you start interacting. People literally see you as a very joyful person who's full of life, full of love and happiness. For others, they have seen you go through a journey. They have seen how you have mastered your emotions, which the King of Cups here. They have seen you how you've gone through a major journey in life, the Ten of Swords. You have left some really difficult times behind. You have overcome big hurdles in your lifetime. You have followed your intuition. The Hangman is about, again, taking a very different perspective, but also a very big perspective. Now we have the Hangman and the King of Cups, okay? To me, they are both sort of a master level energy, where the divine masculine has learned how to own their emotions and their knowledge, okay? The King of Cups really talks about mastering your emotions, being in touch with them, but not letting them run the show, okay? The King also sits with, his toes or his feet immersed in water, but like really calm and serene. And it takes a lot of patience and practice and experience for somebody to get at the stage. Again, not gender specific, but that's the, the taking lead or charge of a life energy without getting bogged down by the emotions, like honoring them, understanding how we feel about our path, but not getting overly emotional about it. And the Hangman is, again, somebody who challenges the status quo. I've been using this word today as Spirit wants me to say it. So this is really about somebody who has overcome really difficult things. And this could be actually people, or just a lot of stress, or completely a time in your life that just wasn't healthy mentally, emotionally, physically. Overcoming all of that with your intuition. So people see that you've literally turned upside down, as you see in this card, literally turned upside down, but you have carved your own path and you've come into a lot of compassion. Again, with these two here, we have the Fool. You do bring a sense of hope to people with the Fool card here, which is all about, carving a new path for yourself and taking a leap of faith. So you bring that out in people. As I said, the Knight of Cups is a beautiful, gentle energy. So if I were to stitch it all together, honestly, people see you as somebody who is very mature, has gone through a major life cycle, has carved out their own path, okay, very fresh energies. And even if with all that has happened, here you are in such a beautiful, giving, generous energy that you don't carry any, let's say, hurt. And I don't want to say hurt is the wrong word, because you don't carry any, Spirit, help me out here. What's the word? Pent-up aggression, or being sour. You know how sometimes people go through very difficult cycles and they've done all the work, but they're on a new path, but they carry this energy with them where they almost appear mad at what they had to go through, right? You are the opposite. You are somebody who has taken that challenge, overcome that, and are in a position where you have this energy about you where you thank those experiences again, you know, emotionally detaching a little bit, but thank them for turning you into who you are, helping you elevate, and you carry that joy for people, you carry that sense of optimism for people around you. Beautiful, beautiful pile too. So let's see. Well, actually before this, I wanted to get the archetypes as well. Let's just add personification to this as well. Like, how do people see you? Okay, there you go. There is a full energy, the pioneer. They see you as somebody who has passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. And then we have the mediator in reverse, which is the shadow aspect. Okay, beautiful. Mediator, challenge in reverse, challenges the status quo, which is the hangman. I love how the storylines are coming out. So thank you, spirits. Thank you so much. The storylines are coming out beautifully today. They see you as somebody, like, you know, who is not afraid to walk the middle path, but will not accept it just for the sake of it. Okay, so you will challenge the status quo, but in a very beautiful, gentle, mature way. Again, similar a little bit to pile one, but a very different scale or different level. And then of course they see you as a pioneer, where the light attribute is passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. That's the Fool energy. So you inspire people. Okay, they see that new leader type energy within you. So let's get one final card on people's side, and then we'll move into your own perceptions. There you go. That's the impact. Wow. And then underneath him is Summer, which is all about light and joy and happiness. Just wanted to show you that. But here, look at your impact. Follow the voice of your soul. This is the star ancestor. Okay, sounds very simple. This is huge energy, I have to tell you. There are some serious star seeds and light workers in this pile. I will bet my money on it. Literally. The impact you have, especially with this hangman and this moderator or mediator in reverse and the pioneer. Pioneers come up with things that have never been done before. And with the star ancestor, definitely you have star seed origins. Okay, and this in terms of impact is showing people there is more to life than following the status quo. I mean, you bring out your mysterious side, you share it with people, you inspire people to go and dig in deeper and question things, to learn and to expand their knowledge. This is all about expansion. You also may be somebody, honestly, to take it very literally, somebody who knows astrology or is very interested, and you talk about it very passionately with people, because it says follow the voice of your soul. So you're called towards the esoteric arts, and you do talk about it with a lot of passion, and people may be really inspired by that. So that's on the more literal sense, but that I'm guessing is going to be likely a small group of people where you do share that. But for the broad, let's say broad spectrum of people, you just inspire them to learn and expand and have a much bigger perspective in life, and always be challenging. And not challenging is probably a stronger word. Always be curious, always be in the learning energy. So curiosity versus anxiety, that's what you inspire, and have that sort of effect on people. Wow. Yeah, we definitely have some star seeds and light workers in this pile. Thank you for being here. Okay, let's see how you actually see yourself. We have beautiful death and rebirth. We have Six of Swords. I'm like smiling as I'm pulling these cards out because they make so much sense. Then we have Seven of Wands. And brewing under the surface, 2 cards from the bottom, we have another major arcana, the Temperance. And Seven of Pentacles. So 2 7s, again, there, I can't say I've shuffled and shuffled and shuffled, but some key overlaps are there with pile 1. So if you're drawn to that, go see it. I think there are good parallels that we can draw from that. You have 2 7s, the same 2 7s were also in pile 1, but in completely different positions, just so beautiful. The way you see yourself is, again, you have definitely gone through some major changes in life. You have completely resurrected yourself. With the Temperance here, again, I'm getting the King of Cups energy, but again, your self-realization that you can. This angel over here is literally balancing the sun and the moon. Okay, it's not just two little things. So there's another, that again, that galactic or universal resemblance here with the star ancestor. So you are drawn, and if you are, please just, you know, start reading, start watching more YouTube. If you're drawn to things like you know, extra dimensional beings, you know, just search up extra dimensional channeling on YouTube. If you're drawn to archangels, like, just search them up. If you're drawn to you know, planets and astrology, tarot, you're here in a tarot channel. I really appreciate you, first of all. Do more of that, because it's going to keep expanding you, because you are drawn to it. There is, the Temperance is also Sagittarius energy, a Sagittarius Scorpio Scorpio in your own energy. So you may be somebody, again, who has a vast expectation and is open to vast energies and learning vast cultures, geographically, religiously, culturally. You have a very expansive mind, and so all I would say is continue to follow that. And again, we don't need to master anything, just go one step at a time and take where your soul takes you, right? Just go where your soul takes you. But you're very aware that you're meant to do something bigger. You're meant to learn bigger things, to have a much bigger view on the world. Definitely ended an old cycle and have rebirthed into something new. You do see, like, finally feeling, if you're not already there, that you are about to touch land coming from a choppy sea. However, the one thing I want to call out here that I'm seeing is that you've done a major resurrection of yourself, but you still may feel or see yourself as on your own. That's something that's coming through with the Six of Swords. Six of Swords really talks about leaving troubled waters behind and touching shore, you know, finally making it to land. Just taking the basic essentials of what we need is what we take with us in our journey. But somehow, what I'm picking up from your energy is that you feel you've got it on your own and there's no support system. But that's where I would really, what Spirit wants me to share is your Spirit team is there and you're meant to do much bigger things. Just open up to it a little bit more, even if it's not physical people that you feel are supporting you. Because the same energy is coming up here with the Seven of Wands. So again, you have prioritized your peace. Your peace is very important to you. Again, coming from this Ten of Swords, you're in a place where you may have created a bubble for yourself, and you know, again, there is no judgment here. I do this all the time, okay? And I was just talking to some other like-minded people, and we were sharing that how the global situation, I'm not trying to dismiss it or minimize the impact that it really has had on people, but mentally, emotionally, for empaths, for people like me, we've actually enjoyed being in our bubble because it's so hard to protect ourselves from all the energies, right? We soak up energies from people. So there definitely is an emphasis from you that you want to protect your peace, and that is more important to you than like being in these chaotic times. So the only thing I would say, don't rely on that too much, because then you're isolating yourself. So probably the way you see yourself is like you're good on your own, you got this on your own, you have major resurrection that you're going through or have gone through. But there is a sense of like expansion that you need to do more. There's this like inner, I'm getting this very strong inner gut feeling or push that you need to do more with your life. That's what's coming through over here. And the way you see yourself is actually very hardworking, very committed. Like if you commit to something, you will be persistent and you will see it through the end. You will continue on that path. So you do know that at times you do work extremely hard. Excuse the noise. So you're like that motorcycle, vroom 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 all the time, and with total faith that things are going to work out. But this is, again, just pay attention to not burn out. That is very important. But once you commit to something, you see it through, even though it takes a very long time. So expansion is key for you, and you see that, you feel that too. And look at the people also feel it. They see this pioneer and they see this impact of, like, you know, vast expansion that we have over here. All right, so let's see what Spirit wants to say. We're going to get 2 cards. This would be advice from your divine beings, your higher self. Okay, one flew out really fast. or anything that you believe in, any higher power. So let's get 2 messages. Focus on success, all right, and laugh at your demons. Very interesting energy. So I feel like this is like this, right? If you want to put it here, this is literally the 2 sevens that we have aligning with your purpose, and actually you're very aware. So if you remember when I was saying with the 7 of Pentacles that you're very committed and you know it and you'll keep working at it till you get it done, that is the right path for you. But I do want to still say, like, don't burn out. That's important, but focus on success. Your path is unique. You need to just like stick to your path. Where do I put this? Let's put it over here. So focus on success. Don't worry about the rest. And again, right under pioneer. I love it. I love it. And then laugh at your demons. Okay. This is with the scorpionic energy, death and rebirth. You are meant to do bigger things. You have a very expansive energy. Any fears, and demons are really fears, egos, any hesitation that comes through, just laugh it off. Honestly, I have tried this a lot personally. I will tell you, sometimes when, you know, the universe throws us a curveball and, you know, you're just stumped, laugh at it. Haha, okay, that was interesting. And then that immediately releases the pressure or the grip that the, you know, the unexpected event or the creative turn of events or fears have on us. The moment we laugh at them, they just like, their grip loosens up and we're kind of freed from that. So that's coming through for you. And what Spirit really wants you to focus on next, this will be our final card. Okay. We'll take this. Thank you, Spirit. If this isn't scorpionic energy, I don't know what is. There you go. Transformation. You are going through a beautiful transformation, and I feel like some of you are already there. Some of you are just blooming. They're just coming out of the cocoon, and others have really turned into this beautiful butterfly. Focus on success. You are really going to transform. This is a big life stage that you're going through right now. And if you feel it, you're not wrong. That's what this is. So let's close out your reading with the oracle message. What is this? Keepers of the earth. Oh my gosh. Okay, light workers, starseeds, keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. You are not alone. Ancestors, star ancestors. There is galactic references over here. You chose to come to Earth because you are a keeper of the earth. You have had past lifetimes on Earth, on other planets. You are here to spread joy. You need to know that you are not alone. Okay, ancient ancestors stand beside you. Oh my God, this is the most beautiful message. So I hope you liked it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe, like, comment, share. Every click helps the channel. See it as an energy exchange. I would really appreciate it. I wish you much love and light, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hi, Pile 3. This is for those of you who chose option number 3. We're using the Light Seers excuse me, the Light Worker Oracle deck, and I haven't looked at these. We'll look at it at the very end. If you missed the intro, this is about how people see you and how you see yourself. But as we look at how people see you, we're also going to look at the impact that you have on people, and then understand your perceptions, and then get messages from spirit, guidance, whatever spirit wants to bring forward. Okay, so with that, let's get right into it. I'm going to scooch this over to the side. I'm very excited to see what this is. The other piles have had very interesting messages, so we'll see. All right, so let's get into the first part of the reading, which is, how do people see you? Spirit, tap me into pile 3. How do people see my beautiful pile 3s? First, we have Temperance, Judgment, the Sun. Oh my goodness, this is a powerhouse group. We have 3 for 3 major arcanas, and then just bottom deck energies to what they see under the surface. We have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Wow, very unique group. Very, very unique. Let me just soak these energies in. This is so interesting. So right at the center we do have, so we have 3 major arcanas, by the way, so not a small feat. Right off the pad, people actually see you in very, very high regard. They see you as somebody very powerful, and a very, it's not about the title. It's like they have a lot of respect for you and a story. Like that's a given. With the Judgment over here, they see you as somebody who defies the norm. They see you as somebody who's strong enough to stand up for their true self. You may have gone through some major transformations in life. This is really, people see that. People see that, how you left the old skin behind and how you have embraced your true authenticity. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of power. This is truth to the highest power. That's what Judgment really represents. And you know, it is number 2 of 20 boils down to it too, right? So the duality, like you've mastered the duality and kind of stripped it apart and come through as who you truly are. Okay, so there's no the other message with this is like, people see that there is no facade to you, if that makes sense. It is like you get what you see with you. That's how they see you. That's how true you are. That's how authentic you are. You are also somebody extremely, you spread light, like extremely joyous, extremely magnetic is what I'm hearing with the Sun card over here, which adds up to a 20, which is also a 2, right? Or you can say boils down to, you know, if you do it the other way, it will reduce to a 1, but it can add up to a 2 if you go to the next phase. But duality coming through again. And by the way, there's also duality here with the Temperance card. So a very moderate person, but very, very joyous, very happy. You have a magnetism around you. Wherever you go, people are drawn to you. They are like literally like moths to a flame. You have a sense of authentic power, authentic attraction that people are really drawn into. And they may also come to you for solving their problems or their dilemmas. With the Temperance card, like it's the moderator energy. You know, this angel is literally balancing the sun and the moon, so you can handle difficult problems. You have so much wisdom. Your crown chakra is totally lit up. And this is really talking about, you know, finding the middle path, finding moderation, finding patience in life. So they also may be like not only drawn to you for your magnetic true authenticity, but they may also see you as a problem solver is what I'm hearing. They may come to you for it, and at times too much to solve their problems for you. They, you know, for some key people, I'm hearing they do see what lies underneath. Most people don't. Most people see you as this big image, the big leader, or, you know, like a teacher, a mentor, a coach, or, you know, whatever, a supervisor. title doesn't matter. Most people see you as somebody who has a lot of wisdom, has, gained a lot through life in terms of spirituality, wisdom, and have really found your peace and happiness and a very moderate way of living. But some key close people do see what sometimes can be happening under the surface, which is you are a very generous person. The Queen of Cups is extremely beautiful, has a beautiful heart, follows their heart all the time, is literally sitting half immersed in water, which can mean that sometimes you do get over emotional. So there are a few people who've seen this over emotional side of you. I don't think this is most people. This is just few key people who know this side of you, where underneath it all, underneath this, strong leader, authentic self, somebody who's very strong and powerful and magnetic, there is a very, very soft, mushy heart. Okay. And sometimes, you do let your emotions overpower you. That's what I'm hearing. And very few people see this side of you. And then also, there is an underlying desire of a very fresh but powerful energy that just wants to break through barriers and charge ahead. Again, I don't feel a lot of people see this, because this Knight of Swords is can be very temperamental, can be very fast moving, can be a little bit rash at times, but that is what happens underneath the surface, that you maybe, some like very close-knit people may see that how frustrated you may get by certain events or things, and we want to charge ahead to solve them and break the pattern. But most people see you as this wise person who takes their time, are very authentic, and does what is best for everybody, and really mature and really calm, right? So it's like I feel like there's like two sets of people over here. This is the broad spectrum, most people, and then this is the, let's say your very close, near and dear ones. That's what they know is like, he put up a very positive persona, but underneath the surface, like there are things that bother you that can be a little bit off-putting sometimes for you. Okay, so let's get a couple persona archetypes and see. Let's build on this. How do people see you? We have the child wounded, where the light attributes are awakens compassion and desire to serve others, other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. There you go. This is like very similar to what we talked about, the Queen of Cups and the Temperance energy over here, where you want to help others, you want to find that solution, you want to be generous and show a lot of compassion. And there you go. Oh my God, thank you, Spirit. Spirit's been really on point today. I remember I said mentor, teacher, coach messages. Here we have mentor. They see you as a mentor, where the light attribute is passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. And again, it does not, some of you may be literally a teacher or professor or a mentor or a coach in any form, academia or sports or physical therapy, any of those areas. But for most of you, people see you as somebody they can learn from. You have a very, very beautiful energy about you. So let's see, what impact do you have in people's life? And then we're going to get into your own perceptions. Spirit, tap me in. Help me show pile 3 their impact on people's lives. Or people, if you think that's too big of a term. Let's see what impact you have. You have the Knight, brave and honest. Ooh, this is the Knight of Swords right here. So, as I was saying, removing the facade, doing something that makes us happy and joyous overall, and finding the middle path. This Knight, always does what is right, for which you have to be brave and be honest, even though sometimes it's the tough decision. Okay, if you look, I don't know if the camera will pick up. Let me just grab my crystal over here. I don't think it's going to pick up, but if you see the Knight, there's a tear coming out. He's got a rose and he's got a sword. All these elements really represent how difficult it is to fight the right fight but be persistent at it. And that's the impact you have. And this is where the child wounded and the mentor are kind of all combining. You have this impact on people where you inspire them to fight for the right cause, but not in a fighting sense. Does that make sense? It's a very gentle energy. It's a very mature and wise energy that's coming through over here. And this is the impact you have on people. You're literally their knight in shining armor over here. Oh my God, beautiful. Beautiful. So let's see how you see yourself. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords. Can you see it? Let me just move this up. You have the Six of Cups. So this is how you see yourself. And then underneath the surface, which lurks beneath, is the Nine of Cups. Just gorgeous. And the Queen of Pentacles. So before I get into your perception, I want to start with what lies beneath. Okay, what's underneath all of this, no matter how you feel, because this is how you feel a lot of the times. These two energies, what I'm getting. Underneath it all, you want to create a stable environment for yourself and for your near and dear ones, with the Queen of Pentacles showing up over here, where it's all, she's like, again, not gender specific, but the female in this card represents the divine feminine, which is creating from within. Remember, like how you know, women create infants in their wombs. It's like creation within. So there's a creative energy to it, but something that creates a lot of abundance for ourselves and for others. So that's the feminine side of it. But with the Pentacles, is literally foundational and materialistic abundance in life. That's what's lying under the surface, along with complete fulfillment. Okay, so at the end of the day, no matter how you see yourself, you do honor deep within yourself that this life is meant to be happy. You are meant to create a life of abundance and happiness and joy. Okay, we are here to enjoy life. There is only one life we have, right? And we are meant to live it to the fullest. Those are like your belief systems, that everybody should be able to live their life to their fullest with more than enough to like sustain them. Okay, this is like a very you know, real energy about you underneath it all. But the way you see yourself is like connections are important here. So I want to call this out. There is an energy of how you see yourself as like wanting to be in a childlike energy, because you feel you may have had to mature too soon, or you may have had to endure difficult things. So the way you see yourself is like, okay, finding your feet, okay, finding what you need to do next. The Page of Wands is about creativity. It's about the spark. It's also about like a childlike energy. And the Six of Cups here is again reminiscing our good old days, you know, when we were children ourselves, or wanting to reconnect with people who make us feel like a child again. So the way, again, bringing it back to how you see yourself, you see yourself as like you're currently trying to find your feet. You're starting again as a child, which is, if you, and this is why I'm doing this reading, is because sometimes our own perceptions can be so small than what our impact is and how people actually see us. You see how people usually see you as somebody who's so wise and has risen up and has shed all the veils and the facades, is very generous, full of energy. But here you are looking at yourself as, yes, your belief system is creating long-term stability and happiness, but you literally feel that you don't have enough experience and you're just starting out. And that is what is leading to this analysis paralysis. You're up at night strategizing, thinking, creating your plan. How do I move forward? What do I need to do next? This is Swords. This is all in your head. So overly critical of yourself is what I'm going to say right off the bat with these three energies. But this is your potential. This is your potential. So go a little easy on yourself. You're a beautiful soul. Give yourself more credit. Give this credit. Look at that. It's so amazing. Oh my God, you're such beautiful people. I love you. Thank you for being here and on my channel, lending your energy. This is beautiful. But honestly, you don't even give yourself like 10% of the credit that you should. So hopefully this brings you a little bit of upliftment. Let's get you 2 messages from your higher self for divine power, whatever you believe in. Is it one? I want this one. And let's get one more. Oh, you're so tough on yourself. So there we go. It says, do something different, which is very interesting energy, and make a plan. So I don't think, honestly, you need to make a plan because you already got it and you're already stressing about it, okay? But if you've been in this energy, probably if you put it together, if that's what you've been doing, do something different. Do something different that'll make you feel like a child. It'll, you know, bring that creative spark. Is it sports? Is it like going for a run? Is it yoga? Is it a massage? Is it, you know, whatever. Learning to, what's coming through? It's creating, you know, those, this is going to sound odd, but if it comes through, I have to say it. You know, those classes where they teach you how to make your own fragrant soaps. That's coming through, to try something different, do something different. So do something out of the ordinary, even if it's something small that you've never done before. It could be learning how to make a souffle, or, you know, how to make soap. I don't know why that's coming through, but somebody has really been thinking about it. So do something different. Make a plan to shift your energy is what I'm hearing over here, okay? Because you've been really hard on yourself, and actually, if you see yourself as a page, or as, you know, somebody who's just starting out, the best way forward is actually to learn something, to, you know, no matter how small it is, it's going to get your creative side going, and before you know it, you'll be in this very happy energy. So let's see what energy Spirit wants you to tap into. Okay, this wants to come out. Okay. It's not tapping into, it's staying to it. Truth. This is the judgment energy. Stay true to your truth, okay? And this is not what is true for other people. You do not have to worry about whether your truth resonates with other people or not. Follow your path. This is about your truth. You know what you're meant to do. You know how you want to live your life. That's all that matters. You are really supported by angels. There's a face over here. There's a little face over here. I'm not sure if the camera picks it up. But this is, again, giving me a strong energy of it's not your job to convince other people of your path. Or like the people would follow you anywhere. Honestly, I'll tell you, you'll have a lot of followers. But follow your own truth. That is very, very important. That is very authentic for you. And don't stress about it. I think you're stressed out too much. And let's get you a closing message. Let's see what we have. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher, mentor. We have the Temperance, which is also a very spiritual card. You have the priestess over here. I mean, really, this, actually, I'm going back to this energy over here with the Six of Cups. You may also want to reconnect with people who make you feel very loved, and where you can, you know, like-minded people, or it may be a time for you to reconnect or come into a soul tribe where you'll feel people have your back. Again, the divine feminine energy coming through with the priestess card over here, with the Queen of Pentacles, and even the character on here with the Nine of Cups is also very feminine. So that's what you have. This is Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Tap into this energy. This is really going to help you. And if you like feminine activities, go for them, even if, you know, they're different, you've never tried them before. I think that will make you really happy and bring you some joy. But overall, connect with people in a very gentle way, and don't be so harsh on yourself is what I'm hearing. Okay, so make a plan, but do something different and connect with people. Your truth is your own. You do not need to convince anybody else. The right tribe will present itself the more authentic you stay to yourself. Okay, I wish you much love and light. If you like the video, do give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share. Every click helps the channel grow, and think of it as an energy exchange. I would really appreciate it. I wish you much love and light, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hi Pile 4, this is for those of you who chose option number 4. I know the cards are face down. If you missed the intro, I haven't looked at the cards either. We're going to reveal this at the very end. This could be a confirmation, a message, a nudge, and or all of the above. Okay, we'll look at it at the very end. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at people's perceptions of you, your impact on them, and then look at your own perceptions and messages from spirit or your higher self on that path. Okay, so let's get right into it and get started with tarot. We're gonna save this over here. Spirit, tap me into pile 4, my beautiful pile 4. Let's see what we have. How do people see pile 4? Thank you, Spirit. All right, my pile 4s, my beautiful people. I'm getting sort of a very gentle energy for your pile. Let's see what tarot has to say. We have, ooh, maybe raw, death and rebirth. This is scorpionic energy, but here actually. Let's get 2 more. We have the 9 of Cups. And then we have the 10 of Wands. Wow. Wow, that is so much, like so much expansion just in these 3 cards. And then we'll take the bottom 2 cards for what lies beneath. We have the 4 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. Wow. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely amazing. Okay, so I think there was a theme, but in very like different terms, but there's some element of similarity, and I think that's the purpose of the reading, is why I was called to do this reading. Is there, people see the journey that you've been through. The central energy here is the death and rebirth, and this really talks about people look at you and they go, wow, what a transformation, like how you've turned your life around. You have put down a lot of burdens, but you've had quite the journey with both of these. Again, if you look at this card, she's coming down finally that mountain. She's been carrying all the load, but what people don't see is what she had to climb up, right? If you extend this card out, she had to climb up this mountain all by herself, and finally she is descending. Not gender specific, but in this card, a lot of the imagery is feminine. And people see this part as like, oh my God, you've had so much to carry. Finally, you're putting the burdens down. Or you have put them down, and you're finally in a completely different place where you are able to follow your bliss, or you're getting ready to follow your bliss. The 9 of Cups talks about wish fulfillment, feeling absolutely happy and just joyous and abundant and full of life. I mean, honestly, that's what people see, but they see this behind the scenes, how much work has gone through in it. Now, along with this major transformational journey that is very front and center in your external perception, there is also a very thorough understanding of, or not understanding, a thorough perception where people honor this journey, but they also see that you as a little closed off and a little too careful. Okay, these 2 energies are super cautious. This is where, she is like clutching her purse, but actually she's protecting or covering her heart. Okay, so this is us closing our heart, just holding on to ourselves. It's not about holding on to money. That's not what this energy is here. It's really talking about people see you as a little closed off. And to me, that's probably a harsher word. They see you as very cautious, very protective of your sanity, of your energy, because you've given so much to others in your life. at the stage as you're going through or have just gone through this transformation, you're not yet ready to open up. For some of you, I'm getting this may be like a pile where we have people who've gone through major separation, but they're not just ready to go out and connect. So, you know, not ready to date, just not open, or if you want to date, we just want to keep it super casual and do not let it go further. So that's for a small percentage of you that's coming very clearly, is because, you know, we've been in karmic connections where we're finally washing all of that out and cleansing our energy, but we're not ready to leave our independence yet, and that's why we're protecting ourselves. And this is the similar energy over here, which is the Seven of Swords, again being very cautious, very careful of where we step, what we step into, you know, kind of moving very, very cautiously, or not being out in the open and holding our cards very close to our heart. Okay, so people see you as very cautious, but with good reason, because you've gone through such major transformation. So I think the key of transformation has been sort of similar across all the piles, but this is a very, very unique pile. Well, the story is very different, that your journey has helped you transform and follow your joy. But at this point, people see you as being very happy on your own and very independent and self-reliant, and being just not mingling out or just like openly sharing your perspective, just being very cautious is what I'm seeing. Very interesting. I love how the energies are coming out in this reading. So let's see what else we get in people's perception. We have student, so it coming out in the shadow aspect, and the light attribute is humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. So I think with this coming in the shadow aspect, I'll tell you right off the bat, the energy I'm picking up, and student shadow aspect means it can be debilitated or it can be a little slow. But for me, with the student term and the imagery on the graph, it literally says right now, you're done. You're no longer open to learning any new lessons. Okay, I know I'm laughing, but I want to make it a little bit lighter, because that's how the energy I'm getting is from you. People see is like, all right, you've had so many lessons in life, you're just like, I'm done, just like give me a pause. Okay, I just don't want to get into it. That's the energy that we have here. And then we have the monk or nun. So again, the light attribute being selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. So yeah, there may be a little bit of closing off, as we talked about. You may also be working on your spirituality. You know, again, that we do go into a hermit mode a little bit for that, but people see that. But I feel like it's a very positive thing, because they know your story. Okay, they definitely know your story. So let's see what impact you have on people, whether or not you see it, and then we're going to get into your own perceptions. Spirit, help me tap into pile 4. What impact do they have on people? Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. There's that transformational energy, but also very earthy energy. Like in this lifetime on this earth, what can be unlocked? And the magic is always within. That's what, with your, like this energy that came out over here, putting up the burdens, completely transforming ourselves and following our bliss, that is the magic within. And that's the impact you have on people. You inspire people to trust themselves and pick their own path and do their own work before, like, you know, relying on anybody else. Like that's the independence really comes through, and the belief in ourselves really comes through. So you actually really inspire people in a very what's the term, self-empowerment is what you exude and what you show to people overall. All right, so reality check. Let's see how you see yourself. Okay, we'll take them both flipped. We have the Queen of Wands. Very nice. I love this energy. You have the Empress, Major Arcana. Okay, can we get this all on screen? Okay, and then we have the Page of Cups. I love it. I love it. And then underneath the surface, we have the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Wow. Okay, you just stumped me. You completely stumped me. All right, so I'll say right off the bat, you are very big in this Four of Pentacles energy and Seven of Swords, where you're holding your cards very close to your chest because you're not letting people see the true fiery, passionate, innovative, and self-oriented or self-sufficient person, a confident person that you are. So you're not letting people in at this point. I know this, I can see it over here, but I love what I'm seeing. So first of all, I want to start here. Page of Cups. With this magic, it's like so much. Look at this, looks magical. This looks magical. She's absolutely magical. And Empress, if she's not magical, I don't know what it is. So this Magic Guardian is a very big energy within yourself, whether or not you see it. Sidebar, if you're interested in, learning about the occult, go for it. If you want to, you may be you may be interested in something like spell work or moon manifestations, any magical arts, they may actually be right up your alley. Just saying it, that wanted to come through, especially with this Magic Guardian over here. So that may be hidden within it, and you definitely believe in that in terms of like manifesting things. But Page of Cups, you see yourself as somebody dreamy, you are full of life, you are actually, this is such a fresh energy, like you've dumped all these burdens, and you're like, I am free. I am free as the freest free person on earth. And you're dreaming of what you want to create left and create next. There's a lot of love, and self-love is so like, you've mastered self-love. That's given, even though you don't see the Two of Cups here, but this page is extremely inspiring. And this is how you see yourself, like still early on in the journey. This is like a second pass at life, but very hopeful, very, very enigmatic. You see yourself as the creator of your life. With the Empress energy, Major Arcana, she manifests whatever she puts her mind to. And the womb represents, again, creation from within. There is that message, again, the magic within. You going through this journey, you have believed, and you've understood, like, if you truly put your mind to something, you can create it. And you do manifest quite a bit in this life. Especially if you've gone through this journey. The blocks sometimes can be like, you may do some very big-ish, okay? You may have moved mountains over here, and then you go along and you get stuck on something very, very small. Very, very small, and you'll start doubting yourself, okay? That's what I'm hearing. But basically, you are a master manifestor, even though this is the Empress and not the Magician. But that's the word I'm getting. Divine feminine creator energy. And you literally are full of ideas. Ace of Wands, you see yourself, there's so much desire, there's so much fire within you to create something new, to completely turn your life around. Like you are like, okay, I've done this, I'm out of it, I want to create this and that and this and that, I want to do this, I want to travel, this is a travel card. This is like all of a sudden you want to manifest a lot of things where you may have felt you were like held back in life due to responsibilities, circumstances, expectations, programming, whatever that may have been. Like, especially going back to those single dudes and dudettes who have come out of karmic connections. You're like, wow, I can do whatever I put my mind to. I want to create so much. I want to travel the world. I want to do all these amazing things. And you see yourself, as I said, self-love is a given. You've done that already. Queen of Wands, full of fire, magnetic is the word for her. Your energy is big. You carry this big light wherever you go. And this is, again, somebody who dresses up, who takes care of themselves, who looks, fine, not for anybody else, just because they want to, for themselves. And that's, keep tapping into that energy. If you're not doing it, try it. Try it for a week straight. Try to take care of yourself and look fine, you know? Just like try to give yourself that time. You will be amazed at how the energy around you shifts because the universe starts responding. So you've definitely figured this out. I love this energy. You are amazing. Amazing. Hats off to you. Ready to create whatever you put mind to. So much fire, power within you, along with a very dreamy aspect on life. So congratulations. Congratulations. Do not waver from this path. Do not waver from this belief system. I literally want to end your reading here, but okay, that card wanted to come out, but because I did it for other piles, I'm going to take the other cards as well. So these are messages from your divine higher self, or your anything that divine that you believe in. So this is what we saw. Keep your commitments, and I am hearing keep your commitments to yourself. Okay, this is about you. Whatever you are putting your mind to, keep at it. Literally when I said like stay in this energy, please stay, like, you know, stay on course. You are doing amazing. And let's get you one more. Accept disappointments gracefully. Heck yeah, you are the Empress, you are the Queen of Wands. Like, you got style. You do not shy away from disappointments or things that don't go your way. That's the stuff is like too easy. That's too easy for you. Like, don't even worry about it. But you already stepped into this energy. I think it's more of a confirmation. Stick to it. You know, if you fall, be graceful, be happy and hopeful, and step up and lead again. Your cards are popping. Okay, and this is the, I forget what this is called. I'll put it in the description, but this is again message from the divine or from universe and what you need to tap into or what energy surrounds you. And you have the gateway. Do you see the freaking unicorn here? Do you see that? You are the unicorn. You are at the gateway. You are at the precipice of breaking through. This is a big breakthrough moment in your life. I mean, again, with the Eight of Wands over here, with the Empress, I mean, I am at a loss of words, but this is major alignment. This is major awakening moment, but this is like the creative aspect, the magic that comes after we've broken through. Okay, so you are that magic. Oh my God, of course unicorns are magical creatures, so that you are magical. End of story. You know, and people see you that way. They just don't, you don't let everything go through. You're holding your cards closed, but you're truly magical. Whew, I don't know, whatever you put your mind to, girl or man, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Mark my words. So let's close out your reading with the Lightworker Oracle and see what message or confirmation or nudge we have from that. Pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. Oh my God. Mic drop. Oh my gosh. Just soak in that energy. This is you. You are the pillar of light. You are that empowering person who's teaching others. Your spirituality is really expanding. Didn't you have a... Yeah, you have the monk and the nun, right? Which is where devotion to spirituality is coming through. Your belief in magic. You are the unicorn. Oh my God. Keep to your commitments. Oh, my beautiful people. Oh, this has been a true honor. You are such a pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. Accept it. Accept it. And stay on your path. I wish you much love and light. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Every click helps the channel. I would really appreciate it. And see it as a gesture of energy exchange for my devotion to this channel. I would really appreciate that. And I loved having you here. Thank you for your time. See you in the next one. Bye for now.